Hello everybody, welcome to Changing Gears with Chris here. Today I got the opportunity to interview Stephen Kirkwood. Stephen Kirkwood is Kyle Cusick's opponent in their upcoming fight on March 29th in Fall River, Massachusetts. I'm very grateful I got the opportunity to interview Stephen Kirkwood, talking to these two and getting both their perspectives on this fight. It's been amazing. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this interview. Remember to like and subscribe, and hope you guys enjoy. Hello everybody, welcome to Changin Gears with your host Chris Gear. Today I'm with Stephen Kirkwood. He has an upcoming fight March 29th against Kyle Cusick, and I got the opportunity to interview him, ask him a few questions about his upcoming bout and about his career overall. So yeah, let's get right into it. So starting off, what are your emotions and how are you handling going into the lion's den for this fight? Does it fire you up to go into enemy territory? Does it really not affect you at all? What are your emotions like?
No, the emotions. I mean, you always got the nerves. You're excited. Enemy territory. It doesn't matter where that ring is set up. You're getting into enemy territory. You're in there for one purpose. That's to hurt each other or win by points. So, I mean, every ring is enemy territory. I just treat it. I focus on my training and making myself better, and hopefully every time I get in the ring, I show improvements.
Right. And how does it feel fighting in Fall River again as a professional? I know the last time you were there, you were an amateur. Does it kind of give you a sense of accomplishment and kind of a good progression as your career develops, being back here as a professional rather than an amateur? What is that comparison like?
Oh, I'm so excited to fight at Fall River. They got one of the most beautiful venues. I love their setup. I love Aaron. He has a great team under him. So I have nothing but love and respect and just excited to be back in the ring at Fall River.
Hell yeah. So you've been very active the past 6 months. I believe you fought 5 times. Is that correct?
I am going for my fifth fight.
Going for your fifth, yeah. So is that your goal, to remain active and get as many fights as possible to build up your resume and kind of catapult your career even further than where you are now?
I mean, yes, that is everybody's idea of when you're doing this sport. You want to be active. It helps you stay motivated. I just want to push myself to see how far I can go. 35, I know I'm at the older side of it, so I'm just trying to see what my body can handle and see where my progression brings me.
Right. And you and Kyle actually have shared an opponent, Jay Gregory. Have you looked back at, I don't know if you've watched film on his performance, I don't know if there is film available. Have you compared both of your performances against him, and have you taken anything from each of your performances that will better help prepare you for a guy like Kyle Cusick?
Kyle really hit the nail on the head with his interview. Is you can look at footage to kind of get an idea, but if a fighter's in training and doing what he's supposed to do, he's going to change. So it's not going to be the same person that's across the ring from you. Jay Gregory was an amazing guy, a great opponent. I loved that fight with him. He was a good dude. But yeah, no, when it comes to watching fight film, you might watch it once and see what you're looking at for what his style is. But odds are, if they're on the drawing board, they're changing their game plan too. So you just got to focus on you and making yourself better.
Right. And staying on that note, always evolving and changing, how has your training been leading into this fight? Have you tweaked any aspect of your training? I don't know if you've changed any aspect of your training camp. How has this training been?
I take every training camp serious. I'm always tweaking, making myself better. I'm not perfect. I know I'm not perfect. I still get punched in the face. So it's like I'm always developing and growing, and I love this sport. and have so much fun doing it that no matter if I'm winning, losing, I'm trying to better myself, and I have a great time doing it.
Hell yeah. And how do you view Kyle as an opponent? Like dangerous? Do you watch any footage on your opponents? And have you had access to footage on Kyle Cusick? And how do you feel about his style? Do you see any holes you could, without giving too much away? Do you see any holes in his style that you could take advantage of?
Well, any fighter that gets into that ring is a dangerous fighter. It only takes one punch. You could be doing a pro debut against somebody that has 20 fights, and you just may land the right punch at the right time, and then you win. So every fighter's dangerous getting into that ring. You can't underestimate anybody. Kyle, from what I can tell, he and I have a similar fight style. We really like to push, and we like giving that crowd the show that they want, and I hope that's what's going to happen on Saturday night.
Hell yeah. And less than 2 weeks after your pro debut, you fought on a card presented by DAZN in Costa Rica or Puerto Rico. My bad. What was that experience like, and how do you feel fighting on a national car or a TV that was presented on national TV?
Oh, let me tell you what, the DAZN and MVP productions were phenomenal. That was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. That was the first time my wife had been on an airplane, our first time to Puerto Rico. Let me tell you what, Chop Chop is the man, and I love that whole experience and would do it all over again.
Hell yeah. Did you, and this is just a little question I was curious, I think that card was presented by Jake Paul, or he promoted it.
Yes.
Did you get a chance to meet him?
I didn't. My nose was broken, so we were kind of out back dealing with that.
Yeah.
And didn't get a chance to meet him, but someday I'll be back on the DAZN fighting again.
Hell yeah. So before I mentioned you're very active, you've been very active the past 6 months. Is this part of the grand plan in your career? I know you mentioned that it's part of almost every fighter's plan to, get fights, stay active, really build up that resume. But do you have a set plan for your career, and is this all part of the grand scheme, or is it just by chance you've just been lining fight after fight after fight and just getting as many as possible?
As long as my body is healthy and capable, I will fight as often as I'm allowed. I like to grow, and like I said before, I'm 35, so I'm getting to the older side of it. I would like to do this to 40. At 40, we'll reassess, see how I feel, and then maybe there'll be different opportunities. But as of right now, I will fight as much as my body will let me fight.
For sure. And do you want to bring your career to your home state of Maine? I don't know if you've fought there before, but does performing in front of your city inspire you, and is that a goal you have for the future?
Everyone wants to fight in front of their hometown. There is no better feeling than fighting in your hometown. My pro debut was in Skowhegan, which is next door to my hometown. And let me tell you what, hearing that crowd yell for you and you couldn't hear anything else, that was amazing. And that really does get a fighter motivated. So I'm excited to hopefully do it again soon.
Yeah. So, who do you give credit to being your toughest opponent? And do you foresee Kyle being one of those guys that you look back and say, he gave me a run for my money? But who do you really think made you step up and dig deep in about, whether it was just, just not quitting, making you push yourself further than you really didn't see yourself going? Who do you give credit to for a performance like that?
All day long, Chop Chop in Puerto Rico. That guy had fists of steel, and I have never bled so much from getting cracked in the nose. He was a tough, respectable, very humble opponent, and I love Chop Chop for that experience he gave me. but he was by far my toughest opponent. I haven't fought Kyle.
Yeah.
I know Kyle's going to give me a run for my money.
Yeah.
I know we're both planning for a 6-round fight, so we're going to go give the crowd the show that they're looking for, and it's going to be a hell of a 6 rounds.
Yeah, I can't wait. Is there anything you'd like to say about your team? How have they been pushing you in this, camp or in this training camp? And just overall, how have they pushed you? And is there anything you'd like to say? Would you like to just give them a little, word of positivity?
Glenn and his team have been absolutely incredible. They push me just like any other team. You push each other so you're all getting better. And let me tell you what, Glenn has a great group of coaches under him and a great list of fighters under him. And I'm really happy to be another fighter working with them and side by side with them. So I got to do a huge shout out to Glenn and his team and everyone else. It's not just him. There's a bunch of other people that help you get ready for a fight, and this is a great experience, and I will bring back the W, hopefully, for my team.
Hell yeah. So that's all from me. That was Stephen Kirkwood, everyone. Check out Boston Boxing Promotions. Grab your tickets now. He has his upcoming fight March 29th, and I can't wait to see it.
Absolutely. I can't wait either.
Thank you for joining us.
Have a good night, Chris.
You too. I just want to give a special thanks to Boston Boxing Promotions for letting me interview Stephen Kirkwood. It's been great getting both of these fighters' perspectives on their upcoming fight on March 29th. Check out Boston Boxing Promotions and snag your tickets now at www.bostonboxingpromotions.com or just follow the link in the description below. Remember to like and subscribe. And if there's anyone you guys want me to interview, just let me know in the comments below. And yeah, stay tuned for more Changing Gears. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming up. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next Changing Gears episode. Bye.